Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to all of you on board the Singapore Airlines flight 133 bound for Singapore. My name is Ting Fai. I'll be your commander for this morning's flight. This afternoon's flight, sorry. Together with me in the cockpit, I have Senior First Officer Mr. Ong Tian Wei, and in the cabin, your crew in charge this afternoon is Ms. Khadija. She and the crew will make sure you're well looked after, and I'm certain you'll enjoy your flight with us. Our flight time to Singapore is approximately 1 hour and 10 minutes, and we will be departing Penang heading northeasterly before we take a right turn to head down south to overfly KL on the way to Singapore. Weather en route generally good, however at times we can expect some light turbulence along the way. As such, for safety and comfort, we do recommend that you have your seatbelt securely fastened whenever you're seated. We should be ready for departure very shortly. You can follow the progress of the flight, the in-flight channel, flight path channel, which is available in your in-flight entertainment system. At this point, I want to wish all of you a very pleasant flight. Thank you all once again for choosing to fly with Singapore Airlines.
Cabin crew doors closed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard SQ133 to Singapore. We are pleased to be carrying passengers of our Star Alliance partners. All electronic devices must now be put in flight safe mode. Please approach our cabin crew if you require assistance. In view of COVID-19, adjustments have been made to some of the services on these flights for your well-being. Please note that wearing a mask on board is compulsory. However, in the event of decompression where oxygen masks are deployed, do remove your mask before donning the oxygen mask. For more information on the precautionary measures to safeguard your well-being, please refer to the Singapore Airlines CV category on your screen. Thank you for your understanding. We wish you a pleasant flight. Cabin crew, please arm your slides and cross-check.
Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines. As the safety equipment on this aircraft may differ from that on other aircraft, please give us your attention as we bring you through this important safety briefing and on a journey through Singapore. During takeoff and landing, ensure that your tray table is stowed away. Put the back of your seat upright and keep your shoes on. Before we take off, stow your luggage under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartments. Make sure that your seat belt is securely fastened during taxi, takeoff, and landing. To fasten, bring the two ends of the seat belt together until you hear a click. Tighten it by pulling on the strap. To unfasten, lift the metal flap. If you're in business class, pull the shoulder strap to fasten your seat belt. To unfasten, press the release button. We recommend keeping your seat belt fastened throughout the flight. Whenever the seat belt sign is turned on, infants should be lifted from the bassinet and secured with an infant seat belt. If there is a change in cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will automatically drop in front of you. Pull the mask down sharply. Place it over your mouth and nose. Pull the lateral straps to tighten it and breathe as usual. Secure your mask first before helping others. It is normal for the bag to not fully inflate. There are several emergency exits in this aircraft. Take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit, which may be behind you. Count the rows of seats to the closest exit in front and behind you. In the unlikely event of an emergency, or when you hear the command, brace, brace, assume the brace position. If you can reach the seat in front of you, lower your head and place it on the back of the front seat. Place your hands on top of your head. Keep your feet flat on the floor and heels towards your seat. If you can't reach the seat in front of you, lower your head and lean forward as far as you can. Place your hands on top of your head. If you're in business class, assume the brace position by lowering your head and placing your hands on your lap. In an emergency evacuation, Floor level lighting will lead you to your nearest exit. Before using an evacuation slide, remove any high-heeled shoes and be sure to leave everything behind. To put on your life vest, remove it from the plastic cover and slip it over your head. Pass the straps around your waist, connect the clip, and pull to tighten. Inflate the life vest by pulling the red tabs or blowing into the mouthpiece. Life vests have a whistle and a light to attract attention. Special life vests are available for children. Inflate your life vest only at the exit door and follow the instructions of the cabin crew. Life vests are located under or between your seats. All large electronic devices, such as laptops, must be stowed for taxi, takeoff, and landing. During these times, charging your electronic devices is also not allowed. If you're not using your device, it must be held in your hand or placed in the seat pocket in front of you. If your device drops into the gap between the seats, refrain from adjusting the seat and ask the cabin crew for assistance. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking, including the charging and use of e-cigarettes, is prohibited throughout the aircraft, including the lavatories. Thank you for your attention. Refer to the safety card located in the seat pocket in front of you for more information. On behalf of Singapore Airlines, we hope you have a great time on board as well as in Singapore or anywhere else in the world we take you.
Crew takeoff stations.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seatbelt and ensure your window shades are drawn open. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Toilets should not be used and hot beverage service will be suspended. In-flight duty-free shopping is currently unavailable on these flights. However, pre-orders can be made on the Cruise Shop website and delivered to your home or in your connecting flights with Singapore Airlines. Terms and conditions apply. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt. For your own safety, lavatories should not be used at this time. Parents are reminded to have your child's infant seatbelt securely fastened. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again a very good afternoon to you. Greetings from the flight deck. I trust that you have been well taken care of and have enjoyed your flight with us this morning. Currently, we are about 250 kilometers away from Singapore. We'll comment on the descent shortly. Weather for the descent, we will be flying into some weather. In fact, on the ground in Singapore, is forecast light rain, a light breeze from the north, a ground temperature of 28 degrees Celsius. Subject to any arrival delays, we should be expected to be landing at about 35 minutes past 1 in the early afternoon Singapore local time, and thereafter do allow 5 to 10 minutes time for us to taxi to our gate. So right here, I'd like to inform you there's no time difference between the time in Penang and Singapore. For those of you who like to synchronize your watches, local time in Singapore about 3 minutes past 1. Otherwise, on behalf of Singapore Airlines and the crew, I'd like to thank you so much for choosing to fly with us this afternoon. Enjoy your stay in our beautiful garden city, Singapore. Singaporeans and residents residing in Singapore, a very warm welcome back home. And passengers with onward travel arrangement, we wish you fair winds and flowing skies. Cabin crew, thank you so much for your hard work. Please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Cabin crew, secure the cabin for arrival. Thank you. 1246, Singapore 133.
Ladies and gentlemen, to minimize the spread of COVID-19, Singapore has implemented precautionary measures for all passengers. Please also refer to the notices at the airport. If you are unwell, please identify yourself to the crew and ground staff upon arrival. All passengers entering Singapore, including Singapore citizens, must complete electronic Singapore arrival card with health declaration before proceeding to arrival immigration. Please approach the ground staff for more information. These flights will be arriving at Singapore Changi Airport, Terminal 3. In preparation for arrival, please return to your seat, put your seat back upright and fasten your seat belts. Secure your tray table, handsets and footrests and ensure your window shades are drawn open. Please also note where the emergency exits are located. All electronic devices must now be put in flight safe mode. Thank you.
Cabin crew landing stations, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please fasten your seat belts and ensure your window shades are drawn open. Thank you. Welcome to Singapore, ladies and gentlemen, and to all Singaporeans and residents of Singapore, a warm welcome home. Please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign is off. Please take care when opening the overhead compartments and remember to take all your belongings with you. It's been our pleasure serving you on this flight. Thank you for flying Singapore Airlines, a member of Star Alliance.
Cabin crew,